Alors, bonjour à tous. Hi, everybody. We're going to have this call in English today, and we have a special guest with us. So this is the official call for the group Choose to Shine, which is a group that was specifically created for people who wanted to become diamond coaches in the month of March. So like I mentioned to you, Danielle, this group, they had to qualify to be part of. So it's really a group of people that are very focused and doing the activities. They are the runners, and they're really happy to be here with us to learn. So before we get started and give you the floor, I'm going to introduce Danielle. I know most of you guys must know her, but let me just read some of her stats, and we'll just have our jaw drop again. So she's a wife. She's a mother of two. She's a 7-time elite coach, 2-time top 10. She's a superstar diamond too, which means that she's hit superstar diamond rank in 2 different business centers. So that's freaking amazing. She's also the CEO award recipient, which is a very big honor because there's only one coach that gets this honor in a year. So congratulations to you. She's also a CAB member representing all the coaches, and she's a Million Club member. She's also a Success Club All-Star legend. She's been hitting Success Club for 98 consecutive months. Talk about consistency. I know she talks a lot about that being one of her magic powers as a coach. And she was also the modifier in Max 30. So I pretty much asked you to just share anything you think would be valuable for a group of people trying to push to become a diamond. So they're all emeralds and above. They're all recruited coaches in the month of February. They all hit Success Club, and we're all just ready to take some notes and hear your wisdom. So thank you so much for being with us. It's a huge honor.
Awesome. Well, thank you. I'm sorry I don't know French. So it is a beautiful language. I wish I knew it and could speak to you in your native language, but unfortunately, you'll just have to listen to my sloppy English. But I am really honored to talk to you guys today, and congratulations on making this group. So what I want to talk to you about today actually is I want to start with just a little bit of perspective, because I think sometimes we make diamond seem harder than it is. And so I want to put a little perspective on it for you so that you're like, oh yeah, obviously I can hit it by March, because really you can. So think about diamond. It's 12 people, 12, not 50, not 100, not 1,000, 12. 8 personally sponsored by you and 4 personally sponsored by somebody else. 12. That's 1 hand and 2 extra. It's not that many people. And I want you to stop and think about that for a moment, because you're already emerald. So you're probably 10 or less people. You can on your hands count how many people you need to hit this goal. And I think sometimes we're like, oh, diamond, and we run these groups, which is amazing. And, we want to push for it, and we set these goals for diamond. And what we don't realize is it's not really that hard. Now, it takes hard work. Absolutely. And when you hit it, you should be celebrated and you should feel like, wow, we really accomplished something big. But I need you to kind of gain a little perspective. It's just 12 people. And you are emerald, so you've already got at least 2. It is not. You could go out into your neighborhood and find 10 people. You could become diamond without ever getting on social media. Think about that for a moment. If you spoke to every person in your family, every one of your friends, every one of your coworkers, for those of you that are parents, every parent of your kids' friends, if you went out into your neighborhood, in your community, you could hit diamond without ever once tapping into the power of social media. 12 people. So before we move on, I really want you to let that resonate. I hope that you have your diamond roadmap already drawn out, that you've got your circles and you know who you're missing and who you need. And quite honestly, today's Thursday. It's the start of a new business week. You could be diamond by next Thursday. Hands down, without question. Imagine it this way. If you're just an emerald and you only have a coach on each leg, okay, so you need to personally sponsor 6 people. And then you need to help One person on each side sign, two people. And that's the thing about Emerald. Emerald's a decision. Emerald should take nobody more than 30 minutes to make happen. It's a spouse and a family member, a sister and a friend. So even if you're like, well, okay, fine, I have enough coaches, but I can't get any of my coaches to hit Emerald. Yeah, you can. They just need two people. You're telling me the coach you signed doesn't know two people? They don't have a spouse or a family member or a friend that owes them a solid favor? Y'all win the Teen Cup every stinking year with unridiculous amount of points. You guys are not afraid to talk to people. We were talking about this at my retreat. I had an elite retreat for all my elite coaches, and we got talking about you French Canadians. And we're like, what in the world do they do to like constantly win Team Cup? So if y'all can win Team Cup, you can hit astronomical amounts of Success Club points, so much so that for years, nobody in the US can touch you. You can't help someone sign two people to get you your two emeralds. You see, I want you to really think about perspective for a minute. Sure, I can come on here and tell you, okay, you need to get on stories and you need to post every day and you need to do your workout and all those things are really important. But you guys already know that. You have an amazing leader on your team. You guys crush Team Cup. So you know what to do. So where's the disconnect? The disconnect, my guess is you think it's harder than it is. Diamond is this big lofty thing over here that seems scary to get to. When in reality, you should be like, yeah, I can totally do that this week. Yep. Because I guarantee you, if I asked some of y'all your Success Club numbers during Team Cup, they were insane. Well, why weren't those all coaches? Simply by Team Cup alone, basically, Emilie should be like a 97-star diamond, right? Because the amount of challenge packs y'all sell, and here's the thing, if you can sell a challenge pack, you can sign a coach. I don't know about y'all, but I bring in almost 100% of my challengers as coaches because here's what I know. First of all, if they stay on product longer, they get better results. What's going to keep them on product longer? When they pay less for it, right? And I would be really upset with you if I'd been drinking Shakeology for 4 months and then you were like, oh, and by the way, you could have been paying 25% less for this. And here's the other thing. If someone says to you, hey, Stephanie, yes, okay, absolutely, I want to buy a challenge pack. And you go, cool. How do you want to order it? As a customer or as a coach? Either way, it's the exact same price. The only difference is that in month 2, you'll pay less for your Shakeology. And if you ever want me to, I'll show you how to drink your shakes for free. They're not going to go, no, never mind. I'll just stay overweight. Yes.
Can I pause you? Because this is like one sentence, okay? Because I was going to say, can you walk us through your way of presenting signing with a coach?
Let me say that again. Yeah. So it's super easy, right? If you have already had the conversation with somebody and you've already gotten to the point of they're all in, cool. All I need to know is how do you want to order it? As a customer or as a coach? Either way, they're the exact same price. The only difference is that in month 2, you'll pay 25% less for your Shakeology. And if you ever want me to, I'll show you how to drink your shakes for free. Now, let me break that down for a minute for you. It is the same price. I know someone's like, oh, what about the business service fee? Sure, I'm going to get to that with them, but it's the same price. You're either paying $160 for a challenge pack or $160 for a challenge pack, right? Like it doesn't matter. It's the same initial price. But month 2, you're paying $97 or whatever. You're paying your Canadian dollars for your shakes versus, in the US, it's $97 and $130. Okay. And even when I add in that $15 business service fee, okay, I'm still coming out on top. I'm still coming out ahead. And what I know is Energize is basically Shakeology. 90% of my customers or challengers don't just get Shakeology. They want to Energize. Let's be honest. It's crack. It's life, right? So Energize and Shakeology alone, they're already saving money, okay? And when I say, I'll show you how to drink your shakes for free, means they understand there's an assumption there, oh, I probably have to sell something, right? There's an assumption there. But I didn't say, you can start a business. I can teach you how to run a business. All very scary to the person who's overweight. But they can understand a model of, oh, okay, so if I refer people or if I sell people, I'll earn enough money to cover my costs, right? So I'm not being tricky. I'm upfront 100% with all my people, but I'm letting them know straight out the gate, like, you don't ever have to sell anything if you don't want to, but you're going to save money. And if you ever do want just a little extra money to cover your shake habit, here's how we're going to do it. So I say it that way 100% of the time. Cool. All I need to know is, how do you want to order it? As a customer or as a coach? Either way, it's the exact same price. The only difference is that in month 2, you'll pay 25% less for your Shakeology. And if you ever want me to, I'll show you how to drink your shakes for free. Because if I go back to the fact that if I probably were to ask all of you what your success club points were in February, they're probably ridiculous. Okay. How many of those people were coaches? Because in theory, you should have your 8 PS. And really, you should actually have your emeralds already, because you guys in Canada teach cup. It's all about the team cup. So certainly somebody on your team sold 2 challenge packs. Why weren't they to 2 coaches? It's just reframing your mind. If you can put that much energy into the cup, where, let's be honest, it's fun, but in the grand scheme of things, really doesn't mean squat. It means nothing. Nobody cares, no offense, Emily, that she's the team cup winner like however many years in a row. Super cool, and makes her have a great month, and y'all get to go to LA, and that's really fun. But that's not going to get anyone to diamond star. That's not going to get anyone to 2-star diamond to start earning quarterly bonus.
It's a
right?
short-term goal. And I always say that because we're really driven by Team Cup, which has been a really good foundation to duplicate. And I'm really happy about it. But if you're only just focusing on that month, or like trying to team up with people that bring on big points, but not, working with your downline, you're like missing the point. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's like, so I totally get that. And it's just like a short-term goal, but then there's also like 11 other months that you should.
Well, the purpose would be to use Team Cup to catapult your business, right? Yes. Even when I'm looking at my Team Cup and who I'm going to put on my team, I'm thinking not necessarily who gets the most Success Club points every month. I'm thinking, who will get to diamond? Who will use this to get to diamond? So what I really want you to think about is to pause for a moment and go, okay, we're Canada. Like, we rock the Team Cup. I'm going to pretend like March is a Team Cup team, and I'm going to put that much energy into it, except now I'm going to do it not because I want a trophy, but because I want to become a diamond, so I can become a star diamond, so I can become a 2-star diamond, so I can open up a secondary business center and franchise myself. So then once I do that, I can make that diamond and be 3-star and be very close to 5-star. And now I'm looking at elite. Do you see how very quickly things can escalate if you put your energy and attention into the right thing? So if you can sell a challenge pack, you can sign a coach. It's 12 total people, 8 personally sponsored by you, 4 personally sponsored by your PS coaches. So what I need to know is who can do this by Thursday? Because it's really, now that I broke it down like that, it's 8 people. You already have 2 because you're an emerald. So it's 6 people by you, and it's helping 1 person on each side do their spouse and a family member, right? Hold on one second. My husband has an alarm going off and it's driving me. Alexa. All the Alexas in our house apparently the Alexa in here was going off. I didn't really, you set a timer and it heard it in here. It's fine. I'm on a call. It's all good. I stopped it. So yeah, well, it's fine. So anyway, 6 people personally sponsored by you. And then I want you to pick a person on each side, and you're going to say to them, you need to be emerald. If you're serious about this business, you need to be emerald. It's a family member and someone who owes you a solid favor. Literally. That's it. We all know 2 people who would do anything for us. Matter of fact, we probably have all done something for someone else where they're like, oh, will you buy this for me? And you're like, yeah, sure. You don't really need it. But the cool thing is we're actually helping somebody. Y'all, we have Ultimate Portion Fix, right? We've got Transformed Step. We've got Shakeology. We've got Energize. I mean, we have so much stuff to offer people, it's absolutely insane. And you can do that all while becoming a diamond. So, really you could get out there on social and promote Ultimate Portion Fix, and you can get out there on your stories. And yeah, all that's important. Like Emilie said, I believe consistency is my only superpower. I show up every single day, no matter what. I press play in my workout. I drink my shake. I talk to people both in person and online. I do my personal development. Great. But if I'm working towards a goal, that goal is at my forefront. When my team was pushing for Superstar Diamond 2, there was a week where we were just 3 coaches away. And I was like, okay, that's it. We're making it happen by Thursday. And we did. Because 3 people, 12 people, we're not asking for thousands of people. So I really want you to reframe your mind about, yes, this is a very exciting goal, and this will be a goal that will catapult you to the next stage of your business, but it's really not that hard. It's really not. You just have to reframe your brain about what's important. If y'all can slay the team cup, you can sign 6 people. You can find someone who wants to sign 2 people.
I really appreciate that insight, because I feel like sometimes what I hear, and we all have different cultures in our team. So what I can tell you about what I'm feeling from our team culture is that we feel like it's almost less asking someone to marry us, it's like the big thing, like they're going to stay with us forever and it's going to be the perfect coach that's going to be, and I'm like, when I first started, my 2 coaches were my husband and my mother-in-law. And then, my first emerald was my husband and then another friend, and they didn't stick around for so long, but I didn't stop there. Like, I feel like sometimes newer coaches are like, they put the standards so high, like, oh, I want to have all rock stars. Like, I want to have coaches that are going to stay forever. It's just about offering the opportunity. And like you're saying, someone who owes you a favor. I just think it's...
Well, and it's a numbers game. It is a people's business. Please don't mistake my words. It is 100% a people's business, but it is also a numbers game. And the only way, so if you think about the fact that I've been doing this almost 9 years in April, okay? So I'm a superstar in Business Center 1, a superstar in Business Center 2. I am a 4-star in Business Center 3. I am a 2-star in Business Center 4 and a 1-star in Business Center 5, okay? So if you think about that, even still, and I've had diamonds who have dropped in whatever, but just the active ranks, that's 34, 36, 38, 39 diamonds, right? Now I've sponsored more than that in my lifetime because people fall and whatever. But if you think about that, 39 diamonds out of that many business centers over 9 years, it's a numbers game. Every month when I bring in however many coaches, I'm hoping that some of them will actually want to work the business. The statistic kind of goes like this, and it's kind of made up, but if for every 10 coaches you sign, maybe 3 of them actually want to do more than get their discount. Of those 3, maybe 1 of them is diamond or above potential. So if you only signed 1 coach a month, it could take you all year to find 1 working coach. So your goal is to sign as many coaches as possible every month, because it's like throwing spaghetti against the wall. You don't know who's actually going to stick. And that doesn't mean that you don't love every single one of them. I hope that every month, if you were to sign 10 coaches, all 10 of them are rock stars. But the reality is they're not. The people you think are going to be amazing aren't. The people who told you they wanted nothing to do with it all of a sudden come out the gate swinging hard. Like, you really have no idea. And I have some incredible rock star leaders on my team. That's simply because I cast a wide net and I'm constantly just bringing in new people. And I'm like, okay, who of you is in here is actually going to be a hustler and want to do this and want to work? And at the amount of Success Club points that you guys all get, that net shouldn't be reserved simply for customers. And it's not a marriage. Here's the cool thing about our company. We don't ask for a big investment. They're not locked into anything. They can quit at any time. It's so simple. There literally is no risk whatsoever. And the other thing I think too is this, this business, and it's not all about money. However, money provides opportunity and freedom, right? For you to do and live the biggest life possible. Because we only invest $200 or so to start this business, I also don't think we realize the potential of growth. So 9 years ago, I spent about $160. So that today, in 1 week's time, I can make more than my annual teacher salary. Imagine if you had to put down a $16,000 investment to start this business. You would treat hitting diamond very differently than you would 160. Now, I'm not saying you don't take it very seriously, but you see the difference, right? Like, I want you to treat this also like, okay, diamond gets me to the next thing that I need to achieve, as if you had put down every ounce of life savings that you had to start this business. And that getting to diamond starts to pull you out of the red and into the black, starts to help you actually move forward. But it's not that hard. And so literally you could get off this call right now and you could go and pretend like it's a team cut month and you could get those kind of numbers, but you sign them all up as coaches. And heck, if you're one of those people that's like pulling ridiculous Success Club numbers, why not give 2 of those people to one of your coaches? Now, I don't recommend doing that often because it's not duplicatable, but sometimes you do what you got to do for a goal. And if your goal is to be diamond and you've got 2 discount coaches and you've got, I mean, heck, you probably have a spouse account. Why isn't your spouse already emerald? Easy. Not a problem. So I want you to reframe the way you think about diamond. And when you get off this call today, I want you to say, okay, I'm going to treat this like it's a team cut month. I'm going to bring on every single person that I talk to as a coach because there's no risk for them. Oh, so you'd rather pay $130 for your shakes? Most people don't want to sign up because they're like, oh, I'm not ready to coach people. Cool. You don't have to. And I tell them, I literally have one of the first coaches they've ever signed has never gone inactive in 9 years, but she's never sold one stinking thing. She's been on Shakeology 9 years times 12 months a year. So that's 108 months, right? Times like a $30 savings. Is that worth it? Absolutely. So, I want you to attack this with the idea of everybody wants to save money. The longer they stay on product, the better results they get. The better results they get, the more likely they are to become a working coach, right? Because there's this idea of like, well, I don't want to bring on discount coaches. I need working coaches. Do you know that all my top leaders said they wanted nothing to do with the business? And the minute they started getting results and the minute they started they're like, oh, people are asking me what I'm doing. Okay, this isn't as hard. Maybe I'll run this business. You can never predict. I always say don't play God. Because if my upline had looked at me and said, oh, she's got it all together and she's fit and she's cute and she doesn't need this, my life would be drastically different. So I don't play God. I don't decide who this business is for and who it's not for. I pitch it to every single person. And if you've not seen, I use a share a cart script that once I get the person to the sale of a challenge pack, I ask them some simple questions to upsell them. And one of those questions is, what I said to you, and do you want to become a coach, at no additional charge and save 25% off? I add that question in. But I also ask them, are you interested in our plant-based pre-workout? Are you interested in starting your journey with a 3-day detox program? I'm not afraid to upsell them because the reality is the better results they get right from day one, the more likely they are to become a working coach and to, really do well. And they're going to succeed. Everyone needs more energy. Who wouldn't want to start with a 3-day, get results, see, oh, you guys get 3-day refresh in Canada, right? Yeah. So, don't be afraid to ask people. This is the example I always give. I'm talking to Emilie and, she's like, yeah, I want a challenge pack. That all sounds great. And I ask her these simple questions. She doesn't want any of it. She'll just answer no to all of it. And we'll just give her the base challenge pack. She's not going to go, you know what? Forget it. I'm going to stay overweight. You ask me questions and just forget it. I'll just stay fat. Like, no, they're not going to say that. They'll just go, no, I'm good. I'll just stick with the base package. But we're so afraid we're going to lose the sale. You're not going to lose the sale. They're interested. They told you yes. And I appreciate somebody who goes, hey, listen, if you add on Energize, and you add on the 3-day refresh, you're going to lose 5 pounds right away. I appreciate somebody looking at me and saying, hey, and there have been times where people are like, oh, maybe I'll get some bars. I'm like, you don't really need those yet. Right. Because I want them to get their most bang for their buck. So don't be afraid to go for the ask. Don't be afraid to ask them to go for coach. You're not going to lose the sale. The worst they'll go is, no, that's okay. I'll wait. And then they're going to regret it when 2 months down the road, they got to sign up for the $39.95 fee. Then they got to fill out the reimbursement form, right? They're like, man, I wish I would have just done it right from the very beginning. So it's not that many people. It's 12 people, 8 personally sponsored by you, 4 personally sponsored by somebody else. And you guys are from Canada. And that's, I mean, it just is. You guys are internationally known, right? So use that same team cup mentality, but to project your business forward, because otherwise it's just, oh, cool. So twice a year or 3 times a year, however often we have the cup, you rock it. But if you don't use that to help you, like to me, you guys should every cup, you should like advance like a star diamond at least, because you have so many people who are pushing for those high numbers. And if you're not doing that, then you guys aren't utilizing cup to your advantage. You're not utilizing the power that you guys have of talking to people and getting out there and pushing for a goal. So align the one short-term goal with your long-term goal and make them match up.
That makes so much sense. Thank you. Thank you so much for just putting some perspective on becoming diamond. I think, and again, you hit Danielle when you said you're scared of losing the sale.
Yeah.
And again, in Team Cup, I see that even like I saw it with some of my coaches. Like they're like, I'm focused more on customers because it's Team Cup. I'm like, well, it's the same thing. Like
exact same thing.
And what I appreciate from you, like what you're sharing, is that you're taking the lead of the conversation. Like you're addressing it with confidence. And then when I don't remember in which book I read that, but they were saying, you know, the experience that the customer has with the sale is the experience you're having yourself. So if you're like super scared and shaky, well, that's the feeling they're getting. But if you're enthusiastic and confident, then they're getting the same experience that you're experiencing. So I feel like we're putting that so much pressure on it. It's very simple. It's just a matter of trying it. And like, I'm going to write down exactly what you said and how you said it. And I know scripts sometimes, you know, we want to adapt them, but starting with a base, and everybody here should just go out there and try it.
Yeah, if you can sell a challenge pack, it's just an option. It's an additional option of, do you want to buy it this way or do you want to buy it that way? I always use myself as an example. I don't know if you guys have Beauty Counter in Canada, but Beauty Counter is, it's a network marketing company now that sells really healthy and clean, like hair, skin, body products. And we use everything, the face wash, the shampoo, the conditioner, like the charcoal mask, like the makeup wipes, like literally our whole house is like Beauty Counter. So I'm technically a rep. I signed up to be a rep. I've not sold a thing, obviously, because can't, nor do I want to, but it would be stupid of me. It would be completely ridiculous of me to not accept the offer to, buy, pay into that. So do you guys have like Sam's Club or like, Costco or those types of things? Okay, right? So you pay an annual membership to join Costco. Why? You want that savings that every time you walk into that store, you are getting a discount on your groceries, but you pay an annual fee. That's what I like in the $15 a month too for somebody who is not going to actively build their business. They're paying whatever 15 times 12 is, it's not that much a year to save 25% off of everything they buy. People can understand membership programs. They can understand the fact that they're going to put out a little extra in order to save a lot. And so anyone who's on product for 2 months or more, it's really financial suicide, quite honestly, to not buy into the coach program. And they can stay there. They can earn enough to cover their shakes. They can earn enough to pay Christmas in cash, or they can build an empire. They have the full gamut to decide whenever it feels right for them. But you'll never know unless you offer it. So cool. How do you want to buy it? As a customer or as a coach? Either way, it's the exact same price. The only difference is that in month 2, you'll pay 25% less for your shakes. And if you ever want me to, I'll show you how to drink your shakes for free. And boom. You say that to 8 people and you're diamond by next Thursday.
I love it. I love it. And we make it so complicated for no reason. The success is in the simple things, and we just need to implement them. So I'm going to make sure to share with the people that we're not online. I'm going to actually write it down, and we're going to go out there and try it, and maybe just tweak it and make it sound like it's from our words. And I also like to challenge people doing it in vocal, like using vocal messages, and it makes it so simple, and it's automatically personalized, and people just feel more confident because they hear your voice. So
that's right.
Does anyone have a question for Danielle? Anything on the chat? You guys are silent. Not in French.
Yeah, I won't know. It was like the one Super Saturday event I went to. I mean, it was beautiful, and I could tell people were very excited.
Oh, yeah.
Like, I have no idea what is being said at all. So I was just like smiling and nodding and listening.
It was awesome. That workout was a killer. Thank you so much. I was sore for days. So, you always, it's a different level when you have Danielle Natoni right beside you.
Is everyone going on the cruise? Anyone going on the cruise? Yay. Okay, great.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time.
Yeah.
I really appreciate it. And I will see you on the boat.
All right. So I expect to see many new diamonds popping up. So don't be afraid. The worst that happens is they go, no, cool, I'll just buy it as a customer. You don't lose anything by asking, but you get 100% of what you don't ask for. So if you never ask, then you won't get it.
Thank you so much.
Yeah.
Have a wonderful day. Take care. Bye.